So a couple of points about preserving your garlic for the longest period of storage is I like to leave a longer stem. A lot of people will cut these off down here, and I like to leave a longer stem because I think that your molds and everything can get in through a shorter stem, so I just leave it a little longer. It doesn't really take that much. Also, you want to make sure that you've cleaned the garlic really well before you hang it up to dry, and then you get a nice clean garlic, because if you leave too much dirt on it, that's where your mold is gonna come from. And then also you got to clean the roots out really good to get the dirt off of them. And then once they're dry, I just trim them off like that, so I don't even keep that part in storage. So this is what you end up with. And this, I found my garlic will store until like February, March, and then usually at that point I can peel it and then put it in the fridge and get an even longer storage out of just the clove part of the garlic, and pretty much have garlic year round that way. This is actually a pretty poor garlic year because it was so dry for the early part of the season, and irrigation was not really that practical. So it's really small this year. Usually my garlic is much bigger than this. And you want to obviously store the garlic in a dry and room temperature is the best for storage of garlic, because you don't want it to be too cold. And I find that just keeping the garlic in those conditions, I can store it all the way through March. You have like the soft neck and the hard neck garlic, and they say that the soft neck lasts a lot longer or stores a lot longer than the hard neck does, but I find that they store about the same when you treat them this way. So this is how I store my garlic in the house, just in these reused onion and potato bags, and hung up high so that they're kind of out of the way, and also they'll get slightly warmer temperature up here. And then as I need them, I'll take some out and I'll put them in a basket that's more accessible, because these are not really that easy to get to. And around October or so, and even as late as early November, I'll pull out the biggest heads. I will avoid using those, from harvest time until planting time. And then I'll separate those cloves and I'll replant them for next year. And they're usually in really good shape. Like, these are all pretty firm still. I mean, there's no drying down that's really happened yet. So that's pretty much the way I harvest and store my garlic. And one little interesting anecdote. Several years ago, I went to the Seed Savers conference at the Seed Savers Exchange in Decorah, Iowa, something that happens every summer. And I went to a workshop there on garlic. And although there are hundreds of varieties of garlic that are named, and people can taste different flavors in them, they have different colors and looks, the presenter at that workshop said that genetic tests were done on all these different varieties of garlic, and they found only 20 unique varieties of these hundreds of named garlic varieties. But I thought that was really interesting, that there's only really 20 varieties out there. Now, that could have been just something somebody passed along, but I would guess that this guy seemed to know a lot about garlic. He was kind of like, they have people speak at their conference that are like experts in their area, and this guy knew a lot about garlic. So I'm assuming that he would have been one of the people that would have been impressed by this bit of information, because I definitely was. So anyways, 20 varieties of garlic altogether. I don't know how many of the ones that I have are the same. They all look unique to me. The varieties that I grow are Persian Star. Sometimes I'm getting these mixed up with the grape varieties, because there's a Persian Star that I grow of garlic, and then there's a Prairie Star that I grow of grapes. And then German Extra Hardy, which is like huge cloves. It's a great variety, big heads and huge cloves. And so that one is one that I probably grow the most of, because it's the easiest to process. Lourdes Italian, which is a soft-necked. Both of the other ones were hard-necks. And I feel like I grow one other. I used to grow Asian Tempest. Oh yeah, actually it's this variety here, Chrysalis Purple. So those are the varieties that I grow. And I don't know, I've been growing these for like a couple decades probably. All right, well, that's what I got for you on garlic. I'd appreciate it if you take a little time now to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time.